behalf of the Forum of Principals and the representatives of the managements of the non-government colleges in the state of Goa, and on behalf of Association of Indian College Principals, AICP, as well as on behalf of the VM Salgaokar Institute of Hotel Management here at Manora, Raia, and of course on behalf of Directorate of Higher Education, Government of Goa. Let me welcome all of you for this press conference. In fact, we have organized this Silver Jubilee Conference of the All India Principals from all over the country on 10th and 11th of this month. And this conference is, the main theme of the conference is of course the national education policy, the objectives and the path ahead. This is the theme which has been decided. We have with us for this press conference the dignitaries of the forum of these principals and representatives of the management of the non-government colleges in Goa. Let me introduce Professor Arolkar, who is the chairman of this forum, Srimati Radhika Naik, Professor Radhika Naik, who is the secretary of this forum, and Professor Vikas Pisullekar, who is the joint secretary of this forum. We also welcome Professor Mirza, Irfan Mirza, who is the principal of the host college, in the beautiful premises of which this 2 days event will take place. In fact, this is the Silver Jubilee Conference of the Principals in the state of Goa. This is not the first occasion that AICP has tied up with this forum. Many occasions we were there. In fact, immediately after the foundation of this All India Principals Conference, 1998 we had first conference here, followed by after 14th conference was again held in Goa, and this is the 25th event that is going to be held from 10th to 11th of this month. So now I hand over to Professor Arolkar to brief us about the happenings for the 2 days.
Good evening everyone and welcome to this press conference. As Professor Bhushan said, this is the Silver Jubilee National Conference of Association of Indian College Principals, which is organized by the Forum of Principals and the representatives of the non-government colleges in Goa, in collaboration with the Directorate of Higher Education, Government of Goa, and the VM Salgaokar Institute of International Hospitality Education. We are going to have this conference for 2 days on 10th and 11th of February 2023. The theme of the conference is National Education Policy 2020, Opportunities, Challenges and Road Ahead. As we all know, NEP 2020 will be introduced, especially in colleges from the year 2023, and all the colleges are gearing up to introduce it in the true spirit in which the entire policy has been framed. While introducing this policy and implementing it, there are a number of opportunities which are there for the students, for the teachers, for the institutions, as well as for the other stakeholders. Also, there will be a number of challenges because we are totally shifting our focus from teacher-centric to student-centric education, and these challenges the heads of the institutions will have to face and overcome. So this 2-day conference is a platform which has been created to deliberate and debate on the various opportunities and the challenges which will be there, and as well as to prepare a roadmap so that the National Education Policy 2020 can be implemented smoothly and effectively in the colleges. The sub-themes of this conference are holistic and wholesome concept of education projected in the National Education Policy, the role of NEC in setting up quality standards and accreditation of higher education institutions under NEP, curriculum structure and credit-based marking strategy in NEP 2020, structural reforms in higher education, and the role of learners, teachers, and society in the implementation of NEP, and strengthening the link between academia, research, and industry under NEP. This two-day conference will be inaugurated on 10th February at 10 a.m. by the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, in the presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor of Goa University, Professor Harilal Menon, the Director of Higher Education, Sri Prasad Loniekar, Sri Dattaraj Salgaokar, Chairman of VM Salgaokar Corporation Private Limited, and also the Chairman of this institution. The keynote address will be delivered by Professor M.K. Sridhara, Founder Chancellor, Chanakya University, Bengaluru. Then there will be plenary session. The first plenary session will be by Professor Suhas Pednekar, former Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University. He will be speaking on National Education Policy 2020 and the role of teachers and management. The second session will be delivered by Shri Prasad Loniekar, the Director of Higher Education, on the theme Preparedness of Government of Goa for Implementation of NEP 2020. Dr. K. Ratnabali, Associate Professor, Delhi University, will be speaking on 3 and 4 year degree programs under NEP 2020. In this conference, around 310 principals from all over India will be participating, and they will be deliberating on various issues. 50 research papers will be published on the 5 themes which I listed earlier by various principals. Besides that, there will be discussions, there will be sessions wherein there will be exchange of ideas, and at the end during these deliberations, the principals are going to identify various opportunities and challenges and prepare a roadmap for implementing the NEP 2020. The valedictory function will be held on 11th February at 1:15 p.m. Shri Digambar Kamath, Honorable MLA of Margao and the former Chief Minister of Goa, will be the chief guest. Shri Srinivas Dempo, Chairman of Dempo Group of Companies, will preside over the program, and Professor V.S. Nadkarni, the Registrar of Goa University, will be the guest of honor. During the inaugural as well as the valedictory function, the founder members of Association of Indian College Principals will be felicitated. Also, principals of AICP whose colleges have been awarded A grade, they also will be felicitated. 4 books which include 2 souvenirs will also be released during this 2-day conference. So as a whole, this conference will provide enriching experience to all the participants, and as well as it will help us to implement this NEP 2020 in a very effective manner. Thank you.
Now I request Professor Mirza to brief us about the facilities which will be extended to all our delegates coming from all over the country. Professor Mirza.
First of all, I would like to thank the Forum of Principals and the representatives of management of non-government colleges in Goa for choosing our institute as a host venue for this prestigious 25th anniversary of Principals Forum meeting. Thank you so much. We are expecting here about 350 delegates from all over India. About 50 to 60 participants will be staying with us, so they will check in on the 9th, and we will take care of their breakfast and also the conference facilities, including the paper presentation in 6 different classrooms, and also the lunch for 350 delegates. And we are also hosting that gala dinner on the 11th with different cultural activities. I hope that everything goes well and that the participants will go back with a good, memorable experience from us. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Any questions from the press?
Some of the participants will be put up at two other hotels in Marga, Hotel Lakshmi and Raj Resort. And we are very grateful also to Kadamba Transport Corporation for allowing us the use of electric buses for the transportation of our delegates, not only to and from the venue, but they'll also be taken on a short sightseeing tour. So we'll be able to showcase how Goa is progressing in the direction of alternate energy, and how we are becoming a state which is very conscious of our environment. So we are looking forward to hosting these 350 principals at this conference, and I'm sure that the academic discussions that will go on will help us as a state. We are already way ahead of all the other states in India as far as implementing NEP and preparing for it is concerned, under the dynamic leadership of our Education Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, who is also our Chief Minister, as well as under the dynamic leadership of the Director of Higher Education, Shri Prasad Lolekar. So this academic discussions at this conference will enable us to be much better prepared, and we hope that our students will be the maximum benefited from all the inputs that we take from this conference. We are also making an extra effort to showcase Goa, and I think Professor Mirza did not mention, but they are going the extra mile to ensure that each of the states which is represented here by the principals, they will get a spread of cuisine. So not only will they have food for the stomachs, but they'll be able to see how good an institution of hospitality and culinary education we have here in Goa, which is comparable to the best in the world. So we are looking forward to the 2 days, and I'm sure that you will support us in telling Goa what is happening over here over this weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from principals from all colleges from Goa, we have received more than 300 delegates. They are coming from different parts of country, from east, south, west, even from northeast and even from Kashmir. More than 50 papers will be presented on the 5 sub-themes that have been identified under this conference. And we are also very happy that Government of Goa under Directorate of Higher Education has sponsored this along with Dempo Charities Trust. And all the managements have come forward in contributing financially so that this particular conference is successful. And we expect this conference will really one of the best, as being it is the 25th Silver Jubilee of AICP, and hope the NEP which is being implemented at now higher education will definitely get impetus, and we will definitely see that all the stakeholders are going to be benefited with this particular conference. Thank you very much.
Any compilation of this research paper will be done?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it will be done. Yeah, it will be done by AICP, Association of
And
Indian
published.
and published later on.